Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to MP Paranormal. Tonight, we find ourselves at the historic Presidio La Bahia, constructed in 1721 by the Spaniards. This fort was taken over by the Texas defenders near the time of the Battle of the Alamo in 1836. This fort has seen more blood, more death than most places in Texas. Just outside of these walls that we surrounded by today, 405 men were shot in the head. Those that survived were brutally stabbed to death. Somewhere outside of town, their bodies were laid on the ground in a pile and lit on fire, left for the vultures to eat. The famous story that occurred in the quadrangle right behind me is the story of Colonel Fannin, who was sat in a chair and blindfolded by Mexican troops. Those Mexican troops were then ordered by General Santa Anna himself to execute Colonel Fannin. His only request is that he get a Christian burial, he is shot in the heart, and then his watch given to his family members. Instead, the Mexican army shot him in the face and stole his watch. With all of this death and blood and gore occurring on these grounds that we stand on today, are the spirits of the soldiers and Colonel Fannin still wandering the grounds? And does this negative energy give birth to something darker? We aim to find out tonight. All right, we're gonna head over to the barracks for the first part of tonight. Obviously, this is where the Spanish troops would sleep, and obviously the Texas defenders too. So go ahead and know it. It's through the quadrangle over here. And boy, did it get dark. Yeah. Brian will be filming in normal vision, and I got my IR rolling here. We brought Brian's brother along. Where did he go? There he is. Devin for tonight's investigation, rolling on the iPhone here.
That's right.
iPhone 14, baby.
Ready to rock and roll.
So from what we know about at least the hauntings here at La Bahia is people have seen phantom figures walking through the grounds over here, shadow figures, light anomalies, soldiers on the walls, voices that can be heard in the quadrangle, stuff like that. So we're super excited, and hopefully we can get some of that stuff here over at the barracks. Watch your step. So it has a bit of a different feeling in here tonight. It's kind of wicked to think that we're investigating a 1721 Spanish fort.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what happens.
Pretty cool. All right, so we'll start with an EMF recording, and I'll get it on night vision. Pretty baseline,
What do you got?
just 0.68, 0.71. Here, at least for this, let me pause and turn on this light here so I can get. Pretty normal stuff, 0.77. But I do feel like this whole time we've been in here, I felt like real spacey.
That was more in the quarters for me.
So yeah, pretty much top to bottom, it's very steady at 0.7 to 0.6. So nothing peculiar going on. Want to go ahead and close some of these doors and.
Yeah. You want to start rolling?
Yeah. So after conducting the EMF sweep, everything was really baseline and normal. And with all the history that is with Presidio La Bahia, we could have gone down a deep rabbit hole asking very specific questions to multiple different nationalities and personnel that might be inside of the La Bahia. But what we really decided to do was just ask more generalized questions and see what kind of responses that we can garner. And honestly, I didn't think it was going to be as active as it was, because those barracks were going crazy.
I thought he had walked in here with you guys. I was like, oh crap.
Whoa! I just saw something manifest with my own eyes right now. I was shooting this way too. It was like a spirit orb, but like I could physically see it.
Your camera was on?
No, I saw it with my own eyes. I don't know if it was a bug or something.
I haven't seen any bugs or anything in here.
No, so look, it shot from over here. Oh, it feels really weird over here. It was over here, and it was like this, like a string. It was like a bar or something, and it was moving really weird. And I saw it with my own eyes. Usually, it's only like I already see weird things like that.
Yeah.
I'm out of focus right now too. While I'm moving around. Who was that?
It's like really quiet.
Trick of the eyes.
Could you walk maybe?
Colonel Fannin, is that you?
So after spending some time in the barracks, we were in there approximately 30-35 minutes getting some really good activity. Brian had the idea of putting cat balls spread out through the entire barracks. So here in a second, we're going to go through and we're going to put down cat balls in every single room inside the barracks to see if the spirits can let us know that they were there with us.
Setting up these motion activated cat balls, the only way that they can work is if something physically moves it and it's on. So we're going to try to inhibit some kind of response, see if any of these spirits, they've been making themselves known subtly here and there. We're going to see if they can touch some of these cat balls. We're going to place 4 of them all throughout here. We're going to put it in that groove too, so it's really steady. See? One on the bed or something. All right, so after we decided to place all the cat balls kind of spread out throughout the entire barracks, we decided to split up to monitor and keep an eye on each cat ball that we placed down. When I split up, I kept hearing a female voice in the bathroom, which you're going to see here shortly. When I left the barracks, I had a headache. I was drained of all my energy. I had like severe sinusitis. I had to actually step out of there for a little bit. My camera cannot focus. Did you hear that?
We split up. See what happens.
Camera does not focus. Can you activate one of the cat balls for us?
What about this one over here by me?
I'm going just off night vision. I'm in absolute pitch darkness right now. Holy smokes, what was that? Holy smokes, what was that? Are you in the women's restroom?
No.
Ah, I got bad tingles everywhere. Come over here and interact with me, please. Dude, there are voices coming from this women's restroom. What?
What was that?
Is that water or what is that?
They're hearing like a bunch of voices over there, and I'm not hearing them, but it's super dark in here.
Are you interacting with me? Come say something to me, please. Can you show up in this mirror? Holy smokes. Did that thing just flush on its own?
Gonna pop a squat here. Gonna pop a squat here.
I moved it. I'm sitting down on the ground.
Bro, I swear to God, I was in the women's restroom. I felt this gust of cold air come through. No, and then it halfway flushed through. Someone was like barely pressing the handle. You know how it can like start to go. Yeah. And it just started like it was right after like I felt like something touched me, and I felt like a gust of cold air in the women's restroom.
So he's saying that the women's restroom like flushed and he felt like a gust of cold air.
Come out of the women's restroom, please.
Spirits, I'm gonna sit right here. That's all right. In the room. Oh, the cat ball just went off. Thank you, whoever did that.
Why is the light? What is going on there? Oh, I got mad pressure in my head right now. What's going on down here? Why is the light changing?
Go ahead and set that cat ball off again.
Feeling really weird. It's like I'm walking in a funhouse right now.
I appreciate you setting that cat ball off. That was cool.
Can you set mine off too?
All right, I'm gonna go in the other room. Thank you for that.
If someone's in here, can you set the cat ball off on the water fountain?
Hello?
What was that? It was a knock, and it was above you to your right, if my echolocation superpowers are correct.
Who's in here with us? Can you make another knock? Can you make that knock again?
Was that it? Thought I heard something.
So after a lot of good evidence inside of the barracks, the activity seemed to die down. So we decided that we were going to head outside and try to conduct a spirit box session in front of the church, where there are supposedly, I shouldn't say supposedly, there's actually a map that you're going to see here in a second of marked graves and unmarked graves that are located in front of the church. So we went outside and tried to make contact with those people.
So earlier we were talking to Emilio. He was actually baptized here when he was very young. He has a personal connection to this place and he's very knowledgeable. We spoke to him inside of the church and he showed me a map. And all around this church here, there are several marked and known graves, and we actually have the names of those graves. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to evoke those spirits by calling their name and see if we can get any kind of intelligent responses through the spirit box. We're going to roll this now. Let's say their names. Benito Bonton, Jose Bonton, Daria Dwyer, Santiago Dwyer, Genevieva de la Garza, Carlos de la Garza, Bernardo Esparza, Annie Taylor. There is also an unknown mass grave inside of the church. Can anybody come through? Can anybody speak? Are there any graves buried here? What did it say? We know. Any spirit, come and communicate. We're trying to learn about the Masons that were here.
That's right.
That's right.
Yeah, I heard that's right.
That's right.
That was
So are we correct in saying that a Mason, we know the Masons were here. What more can you tell us about them?
Guys.
What's up?
Pause.
The segment that you're about to see here really had me reeling because my brother was a little stressed out because somebody was literally jumping the fence. When we looked, we thought it was a ghost at first, but it was actually the reenactors coming in because there was no one to open the main gate to have them enter the barracks. So they just pulled up a truck and they pulled up to the guard tower and they pulled up right there and they just jumped the fence. We were really lucky to have Dwayne talk to us about his paranormal experiences at Presidio La Bahia.
So is it cars driving around or what? But yeah. So that little guardhouse, the shack over there, I've seen lights over there. My son's seen lights. And we were out here one time and there was just like 6 of us. And it was real foggy. And it was probably 2:00 in the morning. And I was like, what the f-? I looked out and there was just like a shadow walking across the thing. And then it just like, that was gone, but it was like a silhouette of a person.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, man, this is a cool little area to come to. So I've never seen anything in the barracks.
I've never seen anything like that.
Yeah, I never heard anything weird, but I've heard people say there's stuff in the barracks, but or the church. The church would probably be another hot spot because that's where they kept all the guys before they executed them. So, but I don't know. You probably can't get in the church,
No,
but yeah, because that's still part of
in
the.
there and kind of talk to Emilio, who was actually baptized there. And
Yeah, that's still part of the.
personal tie to this place. It was super cool to hear him talk.
The Catholic diocese still owns that. So it's still a functioning, operating church.
It's beautiful inside, for sure.
Anything about the quarters, like the actual quarters themselves, like where people stay?
Yeah, that's what I said. I've never had anything, but I've heard people say, people have walked by but I've never seen anything. Like I said, the The two things is that little guard shack over there. And like I said, that one day it was foggy, man, just that silhouette, that shadow. I was like, yeah, it was kind of, but it's a neat place, man. And the light, I don't know if you can, but there used to be a switch on the light over here, and you could turn it off, and it gets real like dark here.
It was
and then you
super
can really
dark
see
in the
some
barracks.
shit.
We were like,
Oh yeah,
I was in night
bumping
vision.
into shit. Yeah.
I was in night vision. I was like, dude, I can't even see where the door frame is. And I've been to some dark places, and like visibly dark places. And I was like, dude, it's dark in there,
Yeah.
man. We turned off all the little candelabras in there, and we were like, yeah, it's dark in there, man.
Yeah.
I appreciate you.
Yeah.
Film that. That's
But
So after we talked to Dwayne, he actually told us that an apparition appeared in one of the guard towers. We decided to continue our spirit box investigation around there, and the evidence, at least the subjective evidence that I found, will shock you. It's very weak, but somebody's talking. It's the same
Yeah, I
person.
can hear it.
It's the same person. Was it this wall in front of me?
Same voice is trying to get through.
I know, it's very weird. Who is that? Who's trying to talk? Was it this wall?
Is that the one that's in the barracks?
I mean, we've been hearing a woman all night, so it could be. What is your name, miss? What can you tell us? Is it true that there's an apparition over here that the man told us earlier? The reenactors? Did he see you? On a misty day? Tobacco. You like the odor of tobacco, like all of a sudden. Wow, you smell it? It's right here, it's tobacco. I don't know if it's like a gunpowder or something.
Oh no.
Who do I smell? Who is that? Tell us your name, please. Dude, it's so strong. When you'll stand here, but seriously. Dude, I can smell cigarette. No? You smell it? Who's smoking? What's your name? Dude, it's strong. Alright guys, this is where we're going to end tonight's episode, but we want you to tune in next week where we explore the officers' quarters and then we explore the adjacent guard tower that's just outside of the church. We really look forward to presenting that evidence to you. If you like what we're doing, hey, please like and subscribe. It would mean a lot to us. We'll see you guys next time.